Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, hope you're all doing alright out there. So the Met Office app said today was going to be a bit overcast, no rain. But their own maps show that rain was going to be here, and look what we have. Lovely drizzle. It's a pain in the butt because I've got the BSA at the moment I'm supposed to be doing videos on. I've got enough time that I can get it all done, and I work with contingency, but they did say today was going to be a good enough day to do the closer look video, and unfortunately it is not. This is one of the problems with being a motovlogger in the UK, and it's definitely not something some of the Americans have to deal with, because you can tell from their setups. They're like, oh yeah, we just stick this on the outside, this on the outside, and you're putting a power bank which isn't waterproof on the outside of your helmet. How does that work? You're like, oh well, it doesn't rain, and I don't ride when it rains because it's only like 3 times a year, and you're like, sod off. The funny thing is, sometimes you'll mention like, oh, I wish I could go and film that video today, but it's raining, and people start going, I'll ride in any weather. And you're like, yes, but I need a camera to function and not be like this. like it's the same as when people in the past, I've done videos where I have obviously my microphone and my helmet, and I'm doing a piece to camera, as it were, and they're like, why have you got your motorcycle helmet on? It's like, where do you think the microphone is? Exactly. If you think about it, it's pretty obvious. Filming videos in the rain is not ideal at all. They need to make a GoPro lens that spins so it just throws the water off of it. That'd be the answer. Oh, I should have worn my hand droids. I have a pair of hand droids I got many years ago, and they're probably going to be better for the winter than the gloves I have currently, but the problem I had with them from day one is they were a little bit tight, not too bad, and I thought, oh, they'll bed in. And I used them for a while, and they just didn't ever really seem to bed in. I need to do the old trick of expanding the fingers just a tiny bit on my right hand. You can like soak them in water and then shove newspaper in plastic bags down the inside of the fingers to expand it out. But you can also wear them in the rain a lot, and they will shrink a bit in between, but it does get them stretching eventually, and it gets them stretching the amount they need for what you're trying to do, but it can get a bit sore on the old fingers. Before anyone says, oh Spicy, you're moaning about the rain a lot, don't you think you'd enjoy having a car? No, I've been over this. I don't care. When I moan about stuff, I'm generally being quite light-hearted about it, but I tend to be also very deadpan, and people think I'm being deadly serious sometimes. I'm like, I'm having a comical whinge at the rain. How English can I be? Yay, I'm so glad I got caught by this red light so I can sit here behind a bin truck in pissing rain. But this is the thing that makes the summer nice. It must be a very weird experience to be a summer rider or like a season rider. Like the whole concept of end of season is like, what are you talking about? Oh, end of being dry season, alright, yeah, fine. End of being warm, yeah. End of riding? No, what are you talking about? And I can get why, I'm not breaking your balls too much, but I do think there is a huge amount of extra skill that you learn from riding in conditions like this when you have no grip and it's cold and it's wet and it's crappy and people aren't looking, and it's just, this is a thing that teaches you things you can use elsewhere. Exactly the same as like riding off-road on road tyres teaches you a lot about sliding around on a bike, and then when you are on the road and you slide around, you don't freak out, you just go, oh, it slid like it does when it's off-road, and then it's gone straight again, we're all good. This truly smells delicious if you're a raccoon. I'm not interested in the smell of your trash. Oh, and it would end up being in a place where I can't get around it yet, and fine, I'm just gonna... Are we going somewhere? No, that guy sounds like a dickhead. Hang on, you know what song again. Good to meet you.
Oh, man, I watch your videos all the time.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. It's a beast. How much storage?
Lots.
I want to say, because this is the thing, with these bikes I'm always just really, oh, piss off. Listen, I got a backpack, you've got like a trunk, and you've got more space. It's good to see you, mate. You guys and your scooters and your on-bike storage. See, that's what I'm jealous of. Not the car, not the dry, just the storage. But before you say anything, no, I don't want a top box. On this bike is a horrible add-on. Oh, the local drug dealers. Here we go, back into the rain. Same difference. Ew, it's in my eyes already. Good to meet you, dude. Sorry I couldn't stay too long. I've got a lot to do today. As I say, plans for today have not gone the way they hoped, so I'm trying to do other stuff instead. Let's get this done, get back home. Black box fitted. I'm more annoyed than you are. What the hell is that? I haven't heard a siren like that in years. I feel like I was about to make some point and I can't remember what it is now because I got all distracted by being taken back years in sound. Oh, this is nasty! It said it wasn't gonna rain! You said it wasn't gonna rain! You bastards! Okay, something I was talking about a minute ago and there was a point I wanted to add on. The reason I say about the top box for the XJ6 is so just horrendous is because it sits behind the rear wheel. It doesn't go over the rear pillion seat, it goes behind that, which puts it way beyond the rear wheel, which means if I fill it up with a load of weight, it's just gonna, it won't feel nice. And it's definitely gonna make the front end feel a bit light, which is a problem this bike has anyway when it has no fuel in it. So I don't want to compound low fuel in a top box with 24 cokes and some shopping for a couple of days with me and Reno. And then, you know, just try and ride the thing. It's just not going to be pleasant. You will notice I am not filtering currently. These aren't the conditions I try and do that. This is the whole thing I try and talk about. It's about risk management, knowing where and when to take risks. And this is currently not it. We got leaves and wet lines and, you know, mirrors covered in rain, windscreen wipers going around. You can get quite hidden amongst all of that, so I'll just hang back. This makes no sense. I'm doing the speed limit and the cars are getting away from me on this road. That never happens, but it's happening now when the visibility and the weather's rubbish. I swear people are mental. Like, oh, I can't possibly do 40 miles an hour, it's far too dangerous. It's raining and you can't see much. Oh, a 40's fine. Should we see if the road that used to flood is flooded? I don't think it will be because they've actually fixed it. The problem, if you remember this is the road that always used to flood, is that the drains had basically collapsed. So any drainage that they did have, since they removed the ditches back in the past, didn't work. Look at this, perfect, good work. One positive towards the council. If you could get all the crap out of the sea now, that would be great, but this is a start. You watch, they'll clog up in about 6 weeks of winter and it'll be back to the same. Oh, I can imagine the video quality of this is just going to be absolutely horrible because it's just constantly rain on the lens or my hand causing flash bangs of black to light. Requise! Is that a burnt out car? Well, goddamn! Is that an Audi? Correction, was that an Audi? Wow! No steering wheel. I mean, you can see the steering column that's fallen down. Big balls of aluminium. Geez, the brake disc has... Oh, did it have like an aluminium centre or something and that's why that's come apart? It's just amazing of how much of the car just doesn't exist anymore. Hey! Yeah. Of course, my assumption is that's stolen, but you know, it could have been just a genuine car fire. I somehow doubt it, but crazier things have happened. Right, well, tomorrow I'm supposed to be taking out the BSA and I'm going to try and get both the video I was supposed to do today and the one tomorrow done tomorrow, and then I'm back on track. And that should be quite doable time-wise. It's just going to be on the weather, and I just don't know if I'm going to... I said the weather app says it's going to be okay for tomorrow, but it currently says it's not going to be raining. What apps do you use for weather, and are they reliable? I'd love to know. I used to use one called like Weather Pro, which was a subscription, but it was only like £3 a year or something like that. And then it went up, and I remember it wasn't as accurate, and I got rid of it. And I've been using the Met Office app, and it seems okay, but in the past, I don't know, year, it just seems to be crap. Properly, like, all over the place. Like I say, it will say, no, there's no chance of rain where you currently are, or a very low chance. And then you look at the precipitation map, and it's like the entire country-wide rain. Let me know which one to use. Actually, that would be quite useful. Well, there you go. Good old Moan in the Rain. As I said, I'm only being light-hearted about most of this. It's just fun. You can't... God, if I was out here going, oh, everything's great and wonderful, while having my eyes sand-blasted by water. It's not quite sand-blasting because it's water. Aqua-blasted. And I was all like, this is amazing and the best thing ever. You'd think I was bloody nuts. And you're going to be like, no, we think you're nuts anyway. I know, but it's a different type. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I forgot to ask the dude I bumped into if he wanted to be in the video or not. I'm going to assume yes. I mean, he had most of his face covered anyway. So, yeah, I think he'll be fine. He probably does want to be. So it was good to meet you, mate. I'm not jealous of your storage in the slightest. Bastard. Anyway, until the next one, a huge thanks to my Patreon and YouTube membership supporters. I really do appreciate you. You're the ones who make this possible, because YouTube pay YouTubers absolute not a lot anymore. So I really do appreciate your support. Until the next one, bye bye. And I won't moan as much in that one because it won't be raining.